Shalom, Yahba Shem Yashabrakathum, Yahweh Shamal Thum Bashem Yahshai, priest and officer Kurah Allah, over here in headquarters, kicking it live. Today, we gonna go into today's brotherhood class. We gonna go into false prophets. We gonna go into that cesspool that we call Christianity. We're going to talk about how they're not leaders. Our people do not benefit from them. We're going to talk about how Christianity, these Christian churches, these pastors deceive our people. Everything too wild?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, no sweat. All right. We're gonna talk about how we're gonna go into. Matter of fact, let's speak on the incident that happened
Right.
this week with that what's the pastor name?
Lamar Whitehead.
Lamar Whitehead.
Con.
And him putting his hands on that sister.
Right.
Now I'm gonna touch on that briefly because from what I read in there, he basically assaulted the sister. I guess like typical sisters running off and hitting below the belt. You know, if any of y'all is married to a Judite sister, y'all gonna know she gonna go way below the belt when she mad at you. You know. And Salaki, I don't want to get into tribalism because the other tribes will do it just as well. But Eve, it hits different when they go in on you. You know what I mean? But from the video that we saw with this pastor, we're supposed to be leading the flock in his congregation, his church.
Right.
He showed no restraint. He showed no discipline. He showed emotions. He showed a behavior of a man that acts like a woman.
Right.
Those are characteristics of a woman because, to my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong about it. Oh, Salakia. I have priest and officer 500 Abadia with me today.
Shalom Israel, Yerushalayim Sharakta.
All right. But if memory serves me right, correct me if I'm wrong.
Con.
He said that the sister tried to attack
his rib. Yeah,
his rib. Now, from the little bit of the video I saw, it looked like he pulled her hair. She was walking over there.
Right.
But
I can pull the video.
Yeah, pull the video.
Yeah, come.
Pull the video. The water. We got Officer Body over there. We'll call him Mr. Technician. Technique. What's up? You know. But so with the video, what happened was the pastor the sister was mouthing off, obviously, in the church while he was sitting there.
Salakia.
Salakia.
Well, so hold up one sec. Let me.
You got it?
Hold up one sec.
Okay, no sweat. Just let me know when you got it, and I'll stop.
No. Continue talking.
Yeah.
I got it, but I don't know. You got your phone on you, right?
I got my phone.
Yeah, Con, go to this right real quick because I'm gonna pull it up.
Yo, Salaki, just give me 1 second. 1 second. You sent it to me?
No. I sent the I sent you the
TMZ one.
You see it?
No. Because
Okay, Con, go to YouTube. You got the link for this, right?
I'm
the link for this class?
Con.
Yeah, go to the link for this class.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Pull it
Yeah,
up.
Con.
Okay.
So you see it?
Okay. Con.
Con. So this is you probably didn't see this angle because you saw the angle with him at the front. This is a back, I'm guessing this is their back camera, like the one we have in the back over here.
Oh wow, nah, I didn't see from behind. I didn't see this one.
Yeah, so this is the sister coming up.
Okay.
So I'm about to play it now.
Okay, hold on.
It might be a bit of a delay for you, but Con, you see her on the side. He's talking. He's going about his business, right? You. And she doing all this talking on the side. Seemed like she disturbing his service to me.
She's the one in the red.
She's the one. No. She's the one standing up on the side.
On the side. Okay.
Right, Con.
Oh yeah, I see her. Okay. In
Yeah,
the middle.
Con.
In the
And
middle.
now they in the face like this.
Right.
Seem like they're having an altercation. And this is the wife. This is the red arrow must be the wife. Right?
Okay.
And now here she come. I think she about to get. Yeah, this is where it happens. Yeah, Con.
Hold on. This my thing.
Yep.
Is
To the back of the goddamn what's it called, huh?
okay, hold on.
So I'm gonna run that back when she's
yeah.
so when he's about to grab her. So like, what's the remote?
Okay, I see it. It's moving.
You see
now.
it, right?
It's
Yeah.
moving now. Goddamn. Shit. Yeah, run that back.
Yeah. Right about there. She's running up to him, right? She going on the side, right by the what's it called? You ain't gonna touch my wife.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen enough. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. Now go ahead. What
No,
you
I
got?
was just saying Salakia, what I just said, you ain't gonna touch my wife. Like, and just like, he just like, Salakia, the only thing I could describe that to is a goddamn football tackle. You're not gonna touch my quarterback, like.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. If okay, let's say she was, let's just give him the benefit of the doubt and say she was trying to attack or go argue, fight his rib, right?
Right.
Wouldn't you just like grab her and separate her? Like he pulled her by the hair, like that,
she was.
I don't know. I usually when hair is being pulled, that's females pulling other females' hair. I don't recall ever seeing no dude.
Oh, I do.
chick
I do.
grabbing the hair. Not unless he a pimp or something.
Oh well, there's one other dude.
Who's that?
Her man. I mean, a lot of dudes I know grab their woman, do something stupid, woman act right in this goddamn place. I think you were right when you said it first. I think there's something more in that relationship. You just yoke up a woman like that.
Yeah,
you might have a very close relationship with a woman you just yoke up like that.
Yeah.
Like, woman, don't you know we in public? You was only Mrs. Ray Charles on the road.
Again,
Right.
You know, I don't. Okay, this is an assumption,
Right, Con.
but it sounds like there's a lot more than what that is. But at this point, he's not the only one. I'm sure it's going on in other churches.
Right.
It may not be on video. It might
Right.
be behind scenes. But I guarantee you sit there and you interview a lot of them sisters or people in the congregation, and they probably have stories, you know, and
I
you hear
bet.
some wild stories.
I bet.
You know what I mean? But that's the cesspool. That's what Christianity breeds. Pimps, drug dealers, whores.
Right.
That's what they breed. They don't believe in the Lord's statutes and commandments that the Lord set out for the 12 tribes, for the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. They don't set that out. They don't follow that. Because if they did, you know what that means? That the men would have to be men and the women would have to be women. You don't want that. Christianity breeds effeminate men, effeminate males. I'm not even gonna say men because that's like an oxymoron.
Right.
Effeminate males
Right.
and whore and prostitutes, whores for females.
Right.
Because to hold the title of being a man and a woman, you're held to a high esteem. You're held with respect. A man gets respect. A woman gets respect. Excuse my French. A bit a beat. We can curse.
Huh?
We can
Yeah,
curse?
yeah.
A bitch ass nigga and a whore.
Remember that stuff class.
Salaki.
Yeah, you good. You good. You good.
Salaki.
You over me, son.
No. Salaki.
God.
Salaki.
Yeah, you good.
Salaki.
You good.
Would get no respect. No respect from this world. No respect from our own people. But you know who cleaned them up and teach them and show them how to get respect? IGPK under Commanding General Yohana. We sit there and we turn and we fix the ones that are broken, that spirits are broken. We fix the ones and we get brothers and sisters off of drugs. We get brothers and sisters off the stripper pole, off of being stick-up kids, drug dealers, homosexuals, and so forth. We get brothers and sisters out the damn Christian church, the ones that are willing and is really looking for help. Because the thing with our people, we're visual people. And we love to see the flash. We love to see if somebody have material, tangible things that look like it have value to it. So you got the nice gator shoes, you got the jewelry,
Right.
you got the cars, the homes, the
Gucci
pocket
suit.
full of the Gucci suit, and so forth. So guess what? Our people, what do we do? Gravitate. We gravitate to, the flash, the shine, the glitz and glamour. When the Lord tells you to don't put your heart and trust into worldly things, to put it into spiritual things. I'm paraphrasing, but drop that. Let me get a Hosea 4:6.
Hosea 4:6.
Yeah,
God.
for the viewers out there. Is there anybody in the chat, Abadia?
I haven't seen anybody. I'm gonna double check right now. I know you got a few people listening, but
A few people.
yeah, Con.
Okay,
you got.
you ain't shout them out. You can shout them out.
Well, nobody in the chat, nobody by name, so Con.
Okay, no sweat.
And I'm trying to see if there's anything good. I'm looking at an article of the whole thing, with this cat. But I got a Hosea when you're ready for it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, brother.
Hold up, man. This is Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed.
My people are destroyed. Who's my people? This is the Lord's people, the
Right.
12 tribes, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. That's the Lord's people. That shows you that the Lord have a particular people. He didn't say the whole world. What did he say about you?
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
The Lord's, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We are destroyed because we have been broken down for hundreds of years through slavery, generations and generations and generations and generations of being oppressed by these red bastards, by these devil dogs out here. And it's passed down oppression oppression. And guess what? You know who adds to the oppression? The Christian church. Because what do? They take the woman, they target the women, they target the women and the children. They take advantage of the children. They have sex with the boys, turn them into homosexuals. They have sex with the girls and turn them into whores, sluts, even lesbians. They force the women to commit adultery. The same women that come to them that's broken spirited, right? They sit there and they have sex with them. They'll sit there and say, "Oh, sister, that's all right. Oh, Brother Johnson, I know. Oh, man, he shouldn't do that to you." And guess where they're having that meeting? In the back room. And it's just convenient that 9 times out of 10, they probably have a bed back there or some kind of sofa pull out. And guess what? Whether they do or don't, guess what they having back there? With that same woman that's coming to them for counsel. He's having sex with her. And she's thinking she's feeling better because she's coming to him, because she put her trust in him, because she thinks that he's a man of God.
Right.
He's the man of the cloth. In actuality, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Because all he wants to do is just tap that behind. I'm going to keep it PG. All he wants to do is tap that behind. And what happens? She ends up leaving. She ends up leaving that counsel or that intimate moment, that intimate session that they have, feeling worse than when she came there.
Right.
Now she done committed a sin. He done committed a sin. And whatever issue she had, now she has something to hide from her husband. What was it? It was an article a few years back, maybe even further, where something like that happened and the dude ended up killing, I think the pastor ended up killing the husband because he came to kill him.
Yeah, basically his pastor, which brought him into Christianity, kind of found out was having an affair with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
The brother found out, came with a brick to deal with the pastor, to fight the pastor. The pastor shoots him.
And he shot him and killed him.
Right.
Right. You remember that story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Con.
But that's shame. Not Salaki. You was finished?
Nah, I said it's a damn shame.
Right.
Con.
So,
if I may, I just put up a crazy ass picture of this whitehead cat. That's like a goddamn, like his daddy, the goddamn Pope. You see this, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Uh-huh. Look,
I'm about to take it down because that's disgusting as hell. But yeah, I just wanted the people to see, like, this is the type of men that they support. And like, he did that to that woman in a goddamn Dior suit. Like, this cat
well, Dior, he could have had
Gucci.
One of them Gucci, whatever it is.
Right.
He did it.
Yeah.
He could have had a potato sack with flip-flops on.
Right.
Which you probably see him next week with him. But either way, he did it. You're a man, like, you know, the thing that kills me, sidebar for a second.
Con.
I know I'm doing a lot of talking. You know,
yeah, Con, you good.
Salakia. But people are so quick to say, "Oh, ISUPK, we oppress our women, we beat them, we do all that." Since when? But you've seen this in all, you know, all these organizations, these churches and so forth. You're getting stories of that happening. And let's make this clear. Let's make this clear right here. ISUPK, if anybody in here was to do that, believe me, any man was to do that, they're getting checked and damn near bounced out of here. They getting the dog shit checked out of them. Salakia. That's not tolerated in here. That's not tolerated, not even a little bit.
I know well, I ain't gonna go too far, but you've told me stories about Old One West and the projects.
Oh, when
I don't want to say too much,
yeah,
but
yeah, right. Yeah.
Sister, all I'm gonna say is a sister. One of our sisters, an idiot, tried to do something similar. That project understood that day who the men of the Lord were.
Right. Yo,
let's leave it at that.
The whole school was out there.
Yeah.
So understand that school's getting bigger now. So it's not 300, 400. You getting, if the general was to put an order out right now,
oh God,
for us to go handle something, may the Lord be with whoever we're coming after. That's all I'm gonna say.
Salakia.
May the Lord be with them.
If I may, we are not Christians.
And understand this, and I say this: we're peaceful men.
Oh yeah,
we're peaceful. We're brotherly. We're brotherly to our brothers, brotherly to our sisters, right? Whether they're in the school or out of the school. But understand, like Officer Abadi has said, and we've been saying, you hear it in every class, we are not Christians. We're not sitting here and we're gonna get, walked on. Somebody gonna swing on us. Somebody swing on us, then the Lord is definitely not with them. And they better pray and hope the Lord is with them and restrain us. Because if it's needed, it will happen. Understand that. Understand that, what happened to our brothers and sisters in Buffalo, what happened to our brothers and sisters in, Charleston, South Carolina,
right?
The church, and so forth. Let me tell you something. Our oppressors, these red devil dogs, they know who to mess with and who not to. They go after our extremely young. They go after our young. They go after our women, and they go after the elderly. They're not going after no strong, strap, street, young buck of ours or older man that will, light them up. Literally, they won't do that. They'll go after somebody that seemed nice and humble and look like they just came from church. That's who they'll go after. They're not going after no street dude.
Right.
They're not going after no gang member in the ghettos, in the hoods, in the barrios, and so forth. They're not doing that.
Right.
Because they're not going to come out alive.
Right. That's all, man.
Go ahead, Abadi.
Nah, I just wanted the cat in Buffalo and General Hyman explain this. That cat specifically said, I specifically chose a middle class black neighborhood because I know if I went to a lower class black neighborhood, there's a lot of gang members there and drug dealers, and gang members and drug dealers usually have guns.
Oh yeah.
And then he also scouted out the area. One thing I was hoping you said the week, because he scouted out the area before and found out basically the same thing Columbus did. I've never seen a more peaceable people. And then came back a week later and said, I can shoot them easily.
And that right there, what you just said, is the characteristics of our oppressors. Because they did it to the North American Indians, the Gadite, our brothers and sisters, our ancestors.
Right.
Slaughtered, what was it, 700 million?
77 million.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Con, you good.
77 million.
Con.
Slaughtered all the buffaloes, the food sources, and so forth, and stole what we call America today from them, and threw them on the effed up part of the land where you can't even grow. They couldn't even have they regular lifestyle, they way of living. You're not gonna tell me that our oppressor is not the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
You're not gonna sit there and tell me that they hate us, that they have a perpetual hatred for us.
Right.
Hell no. And then for any of our people to still want to accept them, it's all right. If you're at work and you gotta talk, you gotta do business with them, but don't sit there inviting them over your house, going over there. Because 9 times out of 10, when you go over there, what happens? You're gonna end up chopped up in a basement in a freezer somewhere. Because they're gonna drug you and they're gonna do something heinous to you. Understand that, look, we're at war, whether we want to believe it or not. It's a race war going on. You gonna tell me every other day the police is a white cop killing a black person? That's war. Now, I'm not saying go grab your guns and go, go attack precincts. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is open your eyes. When you see the men of the Lord, ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, understand that what we're saying, we're not doing this out of vanity. We're not saying this to say, oh, look at us, we're on video. We just want to look like some a radical biker gang or whatever they call us these days, cult leader.
Right.
We doing this out of love, out of brotherhood, out of sisterhood. Like, we could be doing something different. I'm sure you could be doing something different right now. I could be doing something different. You see what I'm saying? But we here because we have a job to do. We took an oath. We took an oath to the Lord to be priests and prophets and to carry out, to wake our people up, the Lord's chosen, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, 12 tribes. We have a job to do that.
That's right.
Again, we could be selfish like a lot of our people out there.
Right.
But you got to ask yourself this. How loyal are you? How grateful are you if you can allow your king, your leader, to die for you just so you can have another chance? Don't know you from a hole in the wall, but died because he had that much love for his nation, for his people. How many of you can honestly say that you can do that or will do that for your brothers and sisters that you've never met, that you don't even know? So when y'all out there rolling around thinking you're hardcore and untouchable and, you're sitting here taking advantage of the Lord's chosen people and you going against these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Lord set out for us to follow, when you think that you're above the Lord, understand that you're weak. You ain't shit. Excuse my French. You ain't nothing. You're meaningless. And you're a punk.
Gone.
Because a lot of the same people, a lot of our people won't even die for their own mama.
Right.
Their own dad.
If I may.
Go
A
ahead.
lot of our brothers who say they have this job won't die for my mama.
Right.
And that's the point. Like, you let a white boy reload.
Yeah.
And my mama's dead because of it. My grandma died because you let a white boy reload.
Right. Right.
I don't mean to laugh, but that's baffling.
No, it's nothing to laugh at.
Like
that, just
just think about that. Like people don't realize Salakia, but people don't realize a pastor's job is you are a shepherd. A shepherd's job, when a wolf comes, you have to beat the crap out of that wolf. That's what gave David the job of being our king. A
That's
wolf
right.
came into your congregation, and you begged the wolf not to kill your sheep.
Exactly. And understand, as you became the commanding general, Your Honor, we're not on our knees begging for our lives. We're on our feet fighting to stay alive. There's no cowards. When we say no cowards, we mean that. We sit there and we'll go against, as long as we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, and we're doing everything that the Lord say, we know through faith that the Lord is with us. We know the Lord has proven time and time again that He's with us. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I know I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm gonna get into
Khan.
some scriptures, Salakia. But I remember being in the world before I came into the truth. And it just seemed like I just knew any day somebody was going to, I was going to catch some hot rocks. You know what I mean? I just felt like it was like any day now. Like I felt unprotected. And I'm telling you, it was an eerie feeling every time I stepped out that door because I know what I was into. You know? Coming into this truth, I walk out this door. Not that I'm not on alert, but it's like I don't have a key in the world.
Right.
And I really don't. And when it is a dangerous situation, I still feel protected by the Lord. Now, of course, I ain't gonna do nothing and be like, "Oh Lord," jump on a highway and have a tractor trailer coming through and be like, "Oh, the Lord's with me." The Lord also say, "Don't tempt Him." You know, He might just want to prove something to you. Let that truck smash you, Salakia. But I say this to say, a lot of our people need protection. Our people, like the brothers and sisters that was up in Buffalo, down in
North Carolina.
no Texas, the kids, the school.
Khan.
What was the name of that school again?
Salaki, I forgot the name of it. I know what you're talking about. I'll get the name of it, sir.
Right, yeah, get the name of the school because I don't want to leave them out. But and so forth, right? And South Carolina as well.
Rob Elementary. Uvalde.
Uvalde, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I was saying it with an A. Uvalde
Yeah.
Elementary down in Texas. Our people need protection. These churches do not provide it. The Lord is not with them. And understand, with all that flashy stuff, that's being deceitful. That's deceiving our people. Because at the end of the day, look what happened to the brother a few months back. He got robbed.
Right.
I mean, some say it might have been staged. Some say that it did happen. Who knows? Either way. I again, you know what I mean? When I see things like that, I don't entertain it too much.
Right.
But I'm gonna speak on it because he's supposed to be leading our people.
Right.
He and everybody that's like him, that's of our people, is the problem. These pastors, these priests, these wolf in sheep's clothing,
Right.
that want to act all soft and subtle and look like that picture of Caesar Borgia, when in actuality, this whole country is built off the same characteristics of, as that red bastard, Caesar Borgia. When you sit back and think about it, he was a rapist, robber, murderer,
Right. Sexual deviant?
homosexual, a
Yeah.
sexual deviant, a
A
bastard,
liar.
a liar, a thief.
A fake. Technically, he was a. But yeah, he was a. He was
Raise your hand.
technically he was a. He was a. How do I say this? He was a false religious leader. For those who don't know, his father basically said Caesar was second-born. The firstborn gets all the physical wealth. I want to groom you to replace me as pope eventually. Caesar, if he hadn't died, would have replaced his father as pope.
Right. So, again, this country's built off of those characteristics.
Right.
The Caesar Borgia. And hold your point. And Christianity, these Christian church teaches the same thing. Think about it. Thief. What do? They take the money from the congregation. What do they do? They eating lovely. Right. They got the mansions, the expensive cars, the expensive clothes and everything, and they need all that so they could come in every Sunday. Because guess what? When they come in and they dressed up and they can flash all that, people gonna want to give more money. When they want to sound with the smooth words and cunning, taking the scriptures and twisting it around for their own selfish gain. But what do our people do? Our grandmothers, our mothers, they want to give the pastor this. Oh, here. Oh, the word. Oh, did you hear? Oh, that was a great sermon. You know what? Y'all could save a hell of a lot of money. Y'all could really learn something getting into these classes. Right. Find a class near you. Wherever you live, find a school near you, whether it's physical or online. Get in class, and you'll save. The only thing you pay your tithes. Tithes is something that they get right there. The tithes. That's one thing that they do.
Right.
Now, some of them probably get double tithes. Who knows? Oh, no, they probably double and triple, and they got all kinds of funds and push.
Right.
You know how that goes.
Right.
Because they some greedy bastards, greedy dogs.
Out of scripture.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Most High, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not.
Yeah, that's a perfect scripture, because they want to flash.
Right.
I'm a sidebar. I'm gonna tell you some years back. My nephew, he was down south. Hold on.
John, but like I was saying, are you good?
Yeah,
John.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna just say this real quick. I'm gonna go into some scriptures. So my nephew was learning whatever with his pastor or whatever, and he was on Facebook posting, "Oh, God so loved the world" and all that. Oh, the John 3:16.
Right.
So I ended up cutting him.
Sorry, Colin.
Now, the only thing he could come up with is, why do we dress like that, and why do we look broke?
How we look broke though? Like,
he didn't even know. That's how I knew it was his pastor that said that, because I guess with the breakdown that I gave him, I said, tell your pastor to answer these questions. I gave him the scriptures. Tell him to break it down to you. And you know what my nephew did? Block me. And that was it. Didn't speak to him for, I think, 4 or 5 years. See, ISUPK, when somebody come at us, scriptures tell you to prove all things, right? Get that scripture.
Okay,
Prove all
Con.
things.
Well, there's another one. Con. Let me get that.
Get the scripture and we'll get to that.
Yeah,
Bobby.
Con.
The what? I appreciate that.
No, Con. Utalaga.
I'll tell you right now.
There's another one too. It's like. First Thessalonians.
5:21.
Con, I got it. Okay. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. When have you ever seen a video with anybody in the ISUPK when they're battling or going even online where we're not proving what we're saying?
Con,
we prove all things. Let me tell you something. A lot of people think that we're cocky,
right?
When they watch the videos, when the disclaimers say don't do this at home. I'm paraphrasing. We're professionals. Don't try this at home. We're telling you that for a reason, because the Lord will confound you if you're not in the spirit. If you're not in the right spirit, the Lord will confound you.
Right.
You can get hurt, because if you go out there and you do these things, you will get hurt. I ain't gonna tell you. I was down at one of them. I was down at a state building,
right,
about a week or two ago.
Right.
They had this security guy. I think he was telling me that he be looking at. I didn't even know GMS be having videos or whatever. One of them groups. And he's sitting there, he's talking about Esau, Edomites. He's talking loud, and he's standing there. And I'm like, he must not care about his job, because he's just talking.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. So he's talking to me. He's like, yeah. So I said, oh, once you go online, come down or check us out. I think he lived in Brooklyn. Long story short, one of them thieves, them fake Jews,
right,
the fake Jewish,
right,
culture vultures,
right,
Amalek.
Yeah, Tom.
Okay. Turns around and he's in there. He don't say nothing. Now this, mind you, he's talking loud. Yeah, Esau, Edomites. Don't you know that Amalek came in there
and fired him?
No, he gets quiet. That Jake. So he's talking with me. He's talking, as he's talking.
Amalek comes.
Amalek walked by. What Jake's voice got low. I'm like, yo, my man, don't get quiet now. You was loud the whole time, brother. Like, he was like, yo, yeah. I said, okay. This is why I said, I look, brother to brother, you're gonna end up losing your job. I said, because you're gonna say this, you're saying this. I said, and I explained to him, this is why when you watch our videos, there's a disclaimer. Do not try this at home, because something can happen. The Lord might put the spirit on that Amalek to beat your ass coming outside. Saying what you're saying, right? But this is Christianity in a nutshell. This is these other fake groups that watch our videos, call themselves breaking down what we're saying in our videos, and they calling themselves, doing what we doing.
God.
Go ahead, Abadi.
I was gonna say the vagabond Jews. That's the real reason for the disclaimer. Vagabond Jews. There was a bunch of idiots who thought it was a good idea to mention Paul's name and Jesus' name, and they got their ass beat.
Yeah.
That's why we have the disclaimer. Don't try this at home, because we're trained in Yad Korab. If you don't know what that is, you definitely should not be trying this at home.
Well, yeah, we.
Like, because people don't understand. Like, we're going out on the street to say the way your grandmother taught you was wrong, and she was people bug out and cannot handle that. You need to be specially trained on how to go out on these streets.
Exactly. And part of going out in these streets is discipline.
Right.
Discipline that your man, Mr. Whitehead,
does not
clearly don't have. Because to sit there and if that woman was going after this woman, all he had to do was, first of all,
where's your security?
Your security should have had her. He shouldn't even had to get out there.
Right.
They should have escorted her out.
Right.
But not pulling. He pulling like,
that's his woman.
I'm sorry.
Sure. No other. I ain't never. I said that's either look like a football tackle. John.
That right there is no way you can, and you're trying to justify he tried to attack your woman. Your woman can't fight. Your lady can't fight. Because, not for nothing, but had that have been my rib, first of all, I'd be probably having to pull her off. The sister, but that's another story. Not all women,
got it like that. Yeah.
No, it's not even got it like that.
Right.
It's would fight like they would fight, but their first option is not fighting.
Right.
They'll try to diffuse it.
Right.
You got some women that you coming at them, they going back and forth. But for you to jump in to two women going at it, you break it up. As a man, you break it up. He could have broke it up, but pulling her by the hair, that was beyond emotional.
John.
And again, it's an assumption. It seems like it was a lot more between them than just her coming in doing that. Just being a haggler. And that's what it all boils down to, because he's busy up in that. He has a church. He has people following him.
Right.
And he has no control
right.
over his congregation.
Right.
But mainly himself.
Right.
He lost it. He lost it, and again, it's not just him. The whole. I guarantee you, it's a high percentage of them pastors that are like him. Because what does it take to become one?
Nothing. What?
Go ahead.
Only thing you really need is the enamor. You need to already be on some type of high path. Other than that, you don't there's no, Kat brings this out all the time. There is no set real way to become a pastor or in the cloth. Back in the day to the Catholics, yeah, you really did need to be inside that field. But today, I remember Simpsons made a joke. The Homer went online and then got the little thing, and he was a Catholic priest. There is no real way to I can literally, you can literally go on Facebook or go on Google and get a certificate and become some type of pastor, or say I know the Bible now. And it's
clearly you can, because that's his way.
Right.
And a lot of them, if they say he was a ex drug dealer or something, or street
I've heard. I don't know it. I've heard of it.
I don't want to say that.
Yeah, That's if I may, sir.
Allegedly.
If I may, the story that's coming out that from what I've researched, he's saying that she was the sister that he yoked up was a plant sent by two people that he's suing, because after the initial video of him getting robbed, two YouTubers came out saying, "Yo, this nigga's stealing from his congregation," and supposedly they unearthed things. and now he's suing them over that and saying that's in connection. But
Anyway,
yeah, Khan. If I may, sir, I had a scripture going into defending the faith.
is the camera on me?
The camera. Khan, I'll put you back to full screen. Salakia. Khan. But Khan, I had it on Thessalonians and you. But Khan, I had First Peter's.
You got First Peter's?
Khan.
Okay. You got First Peter's.
Khan.
I didn't ask for that.
No, well, this is one I was about your nephew.
Oh, go ahead.
Khan.
Okay.
But sanctify the Most High power in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you, with meekness and fear.
There you go. But again, he didn't know no better. He was learning.
Right.
But this is what he was being taught. To talk about you, that's what girls do.
Right.
Look at your shoes, look at your pants, look at your hair, look how you look. And then block you. Why do y'all look broke?
How we look broke? Like, I don't like.
And
we have custom made like.
First of all, at that time, my nephew never even seen us. So, but this is what he was told to put. Why do we look broke? And blocked us. Well, blocked me.
Right, like,
because this is the thing. With the Christian church, everything got to glitter. Everything got to be jewels. It got to be diamonds, iced out, so forth. Right?
Right.
Not knocking it.
Right.
But with our people, Gucci. Not what a brother or sister made, custom made, like ISUPK, like Officer Hazahab and Yagarwa, Captain Yagarwa, and the sister, what's her name, Mariam
Khan,
and so forth, that makes garments.
Right.
Not none of that, but designer clothes, expensive designer clothes from our oppressor. And when our people see that, you're accomplished.
Right.
You're set.
Right.
Now, a lot of our people come into our school because we don't have a gold, we don't have a laced out diamond, onyx, marble, and so forth. Walls on the walls and all that, because we're not what they would consider accomplished.
Right.
A lot of our people will sit there and say, I don't know. Now understand that we ain't nobody in ISUPK broke. Understand that. And we take care of our people. Commanding General Yohana takes care of our people. Even if our people are in situations, it gets dealt with. But what do the Christian church do? Take the money, commit adultery with the women in there, and hell, the men, turn, homosexuals into the men, the boys, turn whores into the daughters, the women. And that's their congregation right there.
You needed another scripture?
Yes.
We got it's 8:57. But me personally, I usually someone run over. So if you need another 10-15.
Yeah. We're going to a few more scriptures. Yeah. I know. I'll get the.
Yeah, I know, because this is a big one.
About it. Yeah.
I understand.
Yes.
I'm here with you.
So basically, hold on. Let me get matter of fact, let me get 1 John 2 and 15.
2 and 15. Wait, is this the one that's
Just bear me 1 second, man. These shades are dark, or maybe my vision is you know. I think the AARP kicking in on me. Nah, I'm messing with you. I ain't that old.
okay, Grandpa?
But it's all good. You
I
ain't
gotta
too,
find out.
you ain't too far from me.
30. I'm about to be 30 next year.
Damn. I'm only 3 years older than you. Wow.
Like
30.
he said, like that's something.
Nah. Okay. Let me get First John 2 and 15.
15. I got it.
Mhm.
There's 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world.
Love not the world. You can't put love into this world. And when we say world, we're not talking about the earth. You have the earth and the world. You have different worlds. The worlds are a society or ice age. You know what I mean? World. You have the sea world. You have the sports world. You have Wayne's World. You have the the foul. You know, you have different societies. You have the LGBTQ world,
If I'm there.
the weird world. We'll call that the weird world. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and even within that, it's we as a people group them all together as one world. But like, if you actually deal with them and talk to them, you'll see that even within the world, they're split because you'll find the women don't like the men. As strange as that, what's it called? Yeah, they still have a battle of the sexes inside of a what's called where gender fluidity is a thing.
You talking about the
LGBTQ,
okay.
meaning lesbians don't like don't like gays. Like, yeah.
Abide, let me ask you this.
Does it surprise me?
Does it surprise you?
Not at all. Like,
you know, at the end of the day, nothing surprises me.
Right.
When somebody's coming from that world.
Right.
Love not that world.
Right.
Know? But love not the world.
Right.
That's one of the worlds.
Right.
You definitely should not love. You should not care for. You should not even entertain. If you're about righteousness, if you're about following these laws, statutes, and commandments, if you're about your people, understand that this world is not for us.
Right.
This world, about it. You got the video on me?
You want it full screen or?
Oh, but you can see me though, right?
Yeah, I can see you on the side of your con.
Okay. Is there any way you can minimize that?
Try it. Look at it now.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, let me see. There you go. Yeah.
That's better for you?
That's better. Yeah.
Let me see if I can. I on the ball.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
that's a bit better.
Okay. Yeah. So understand that when we talk about the world, we're talking about our oppressor's world.
Right.
Love not the world, right? Go ahead.
Neither the things that are in the world.
Neither the things that are in the world. What is in the world? I just named a few. Pedophilia,
right?
Homosexuality,
right?
Transgenderism,
right?
These red devil dogs. What else? Christmas, their culture, their holidays, their way of living, the way of cooking. Definitely, you should not love that because they can't cook. Anyway, hold your peace.
You good. Let me get this ready.
Understand that the things that are in this world is not of the Lord. Drugs, whoredom, homosexuality, murdering, killing, stealing, lying, being unbrotherly, unsisterly to one another, having hatred towards one another. And when I say to one another, I'm talking about our own people. Because that's what this world is doing. This world hates us. So we're not supposed to partake of this world, this society, this government. Our oppressor, this is their time, this is their kingdom. Read.
Con, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
And if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. The Lord is not with you. Pastor Lamar Whitehead,
Yeah, Con.
Mr. Flashy, Mr. Pull on women's hair.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mr. Fight for his woman because I guess the chick was bigger than his woman, I guess. I don't know.
I think
One
Okay.
second. You know, understand that when you love this world, when you partake in the world, understand that the Lord, He tells you right there, He's not with you. The Lord, the Father is not with you. The Father is, you sit there, give me the scripture about it. The
John.
scripture about don't put your treasure, your love, your heart into worldly things, put into spiritual things. Do not put your treasure.
Where your heart is, your treasure is, or you talking about a different one?
Yeah, where your heart. Don't put your heart. Don't put your Let me find it. Look up. Uh, hold on a second.
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be. Also,
No.
what about a good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh.
No. I'm looking for the one with the spiritual.
Which things also we speak not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual.
Yeah, the one where he's talking about don't put your heart into worldly things, put it into spiritual things. I got it.
All right. Worldly. Titus 2:12, teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world.
No.
For if our heart condemn us, God is greater than our heart and knoweth all things.
No. Hold on a second.
Come on.
Shit, I used to remember that shit. That's how I know my memory's gone.
Is it in the Old Testament or the New Testament?
It's in the old. It's in the new.
It's in the New?
I believe it's in the new.
Oh, okay.
Testament.
Oh wait, what is this? Romans. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. If so, be that the spirit of the power dwell in you.
Nah, that's
Okay.
not it. I have it at the tip of my tongue.
Seeing ye have purified your souls and obeying the truth through the spirit
Okay.
unto.
Salakia. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's not it.
No, that's not it. No. For time's sake, I'm gonna just paraphrase. But basically, damn, that's crazy because I have that. I had it on my old phone, but in my notes. But basically, it's talking about don't put your treasures, don't put your heart into worldly things. You got to put it into spiritual things. Meaning, don't sit there and your heart, you're focused on making money to the point where you want that Lamborghini, you want that Bentley, you want a foreign, you want a mansion. There's nothing wrong with having nice things. Understand that you got to put the spiritual things first. Spiritual things meaning you got to have these scriptures embedded in your mind, in your heart, in your body, your soul. You got to eat, sleep, live, excuse my French, shit, eat, sleep, breathe these scriptures. It has to be embedded in you like your ABCs. These laws, statutes, and commandments have to be in you, in your inward parts. Because if not, you know, what's knowledge without wisdom and getting the understanding? You could know things. We know right from wrong. But how many of us can apply the wisdom? How many of us have that integrity
Right.
to do right? A lot of us do. Most of us do. But a lot of us choose not to. Why is that? Because a lot of us have partaken in what do you call it? The ways of this world. A lot of us have taken on and have followed the ways of this world. That's why a lot of us, when you see our brothers and sisters out there, you know, that's why we act the way we act. When we're selfish, when we cutthroat. Those are characteristics of our oppressor. That's characteristics of this world. To step on each other's toes to keep each other down. That's what our oppressors have turned us to be, to
Right.
turn on each other. That goes with that theory, crabs in a barrel.
Con, if I may.
Oh, Salaki. It was, oh,
You
man.
found it?
Matthew 6:21.
6:21. I thought I found it. Galatians.
No, you did.
Oh, it was Matthew.
Matthew 6:21.
Con. Galatians 5:25. Matthew's 6. That's by the Lord's Prayer, like right after it.
Yeah, go to
It was 20,
yeah, go to 19.
19. Con. This is Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
There you go. Lay not up yourselves treasures upon earth. The treasures upon earth.
Yeah.
Like I said, the material things. The treasures upon earth is things that have no value to the Lord.
Right.
It's
Treasures
things
upon
that
earth.
this world put a value on,
Right.
because this world, when you pull up in a foreign, when you pull up with all them jewels, you could turn around. This world, let me tell you how this society works. A lot of us know this though. This remote right here,
Right.
you could turn around and say this remote is the ultimate remote that could turn the TV on, can make your coffee. You could and sell this for $1,000, $5,000. Can put a value on this. And guess what? You let a celebrity or somebody popular or famous promote that, even use it one time, award show or something, and say, yo, I got this remote. It's like 10 of those, and sell it for $1 million. And guess what? That's $1 million remote that does this, da 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 da. Right? Because this society, this wicked society, this is why the scripture I put earlier, do not, 1 John 2 and 15, do not follow of the world. I'm paraphrasing. Do not be partakers of this world or the things that's in it. Those are the things that's in it. Right? Go ahead, read.
20. But lay up for
No,
yourself.
no, 19.
Oh, Salakia, 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
And where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Who the thieves? Is it just the stick up kids? The thieves is not just them. The thieves are your pastors. Your thieves are the priests. Your thieves are Christianity and all these other groups out here that are not doing nothing for their community. Because contrary to what you might think, you might see them out there with a table, a couple little things, and they call themselves feeding the homeless. They just getting these little write-offs. They just want to feel good about something because all of the millions that they done stole from our people. I just throw them a couple of turkeys around that paganistic holiday. That's disrespectful, by the way, to our ancestors. If you had any love for our people or for your people, that's all it is. It's just for their conscience. Just throw a little food, open up a soup kitchen. Because the whole 364 days of the year, let the same people in that soup kitchen ask for $1.
Right.
Nah, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Knowing that they got thousands and thousands and thousands, millions of dollars, wherever they got it. They're not reaching in that pocket. They got short arms and deep pockets.
Oh.
A while ago, they had BMF. I don't know. You ever watch that?
I've seen clips of it, but yeah.
Okay. Snoop Dogg was the preacher.
I think I saw that part, yeah.
Preacher. And the brother, he had left his family because he had an issue with his son selling drugs,
Right.
rightfully so. And there was a part where Snoop goes, he just got hit off by that drug dealer gave him money so he could stay there.
His son?
No, some other drug dealer.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
What about one? John, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and dust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Meaning basically like what's it called? That pastor think he doing something with all them Dior suits and all that, but in actuality, what happened? Thieves came in, broke through his congregation, and stole all his stuff.
Exactly. But no, the point I was getting at though,
Come on.
Salaki, get back to that,
Come on.
was that segment where Snoop had just got a whole big
Right.
knot of money.
Right.
And he went to the brother, yo, I had that much money. He gave him like $5, $10. The grown ass man
Right.
ran out and went on some grocery run.
Right.
And he just gave him, he literally pulled out a few dollars after he was given. But that's how they get down.
Right.
That's these pastors and priests, because they
Right.
get money, and it's hard to get money out of them
Right.
because they're greedy dogs, like the scriptures brought up. Okay,
You want to finish off?
Salagi. Could you hear me now? Could you hear me?
What, that a problem hearing you?
Yeah. Hello? Okay, I can hear it now.
Okay, Con.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So finish read that scripture.
Con, sir. 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
But what?
Lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
Now this is written in red. So who's talking?
Yeah, I was sure.
Damn right. Read that again.
Lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven,
Go ahead.
where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt,
Right.
and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Okay. Read 21. Bring it home with that.
21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Right. So if your treasure is on being in the spirit, if your treasure is following these laws, statutes, and commandments, if your treasure is the oath that you took to the Most High, there will your heart be. But if your heart is somewhere else, where you're into these worldly things on the earth, then guess what? Understand that the Lord's not going to be with you. Understand that you're going to be in that cesspool of Christianity. That's where you're going to be made examples of. And the Lord, day by day, I don't know if you notice about it, but when you look up, it seems like if it's not the Christian church getting exposed, it's some nut, it's some group, it's some
Yeah,
body
yeah,
getting confounded by the Lord.
right.
And understand this. We say this not because we got our chest poked out and we act like we're untouchable. Anybody could get touched. But understand this, because the Lord said it. As long as we do what we're supposed to do, according to these scriptures, as long as we stay in the spirit and do what we're supposed to do, the Lord is going to be with us. So we can say that with confidence, that if you're not in ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, if you're not trying to get into these classes, if you're not trying to come back to the Lord, understand that you're going to be like Lamar Whitehead, like all these pastors and priests and deacons and all these other cats that get exposed day in and day out because they are deceiving the lost, the lost sheep, the Lord's people. the 12 tribes, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. That's why. So understand that I'm going to end it on this note right here,
Con.
that the window is getting smaller.
Oh yeah.
As you can see what's going on with the wars with Ukraine. You see what's going on in the States here. You see, you could call it what you want, but it's a race war that's been going on now for some time. And understand, when I say a race war, understand that white people killing black people, that's a war right there. When there's Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians committing crimes against each other, that's exactly what it is, a crime. So when there's another nation against another nation, that's war. Understand that we're losing this war.
Right.
And it's not just a physical war, it's a spiritual war. Understand that we got to come back to the Lord. All the Lord wants us to do is come back and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. And he'll take over the rest. He'll protect us. He'll put that hedge around us. Well, around you. He's doing it for us already. And understand, I say this out of love. We say this out of love. Salaki, could you take this real quick? We say this out of love, that if you don't get right, that that understand 2/3 of our people is said. Now the Lord, the Most High, does what he's going to do, but he said that 2/3 of our people are going to perish, is going to get slaughtered. We don't want that. That's why every day you see a brother in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana doing these classes, or we out there on the street speaking, because we have love for our people. The Christian church don't have love for our people. The Christian church don't care about our people. You know what the Christian church care about? Their pockets. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Why is that? Because they're greedy dogs, like the scriptures tell you. They're greedy dogs. They're greedy dogs. So, with that being said, that we have to come out of these churches. We have to open our eyes as a people. We have to focus on getting ourselves right, because we claim we love life. If you love life, then you get right. And by getting right is following these laws, statutes, and commandments. By following these laws, statutes, and commandments, you, all right, the water. By following these, no sweat. Hold on. I'm gonna close it out right now. So by following these laws, statutes, and commandments, we have to say to ourselves, do we care for our people? Do we love ourselves? Do we love our people? A lot of us don't. Some of us do, but a lot of us don't, because we are destroyed. Like Hosea 4:6, we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Right.
So we got to get out these churches and we got to get right. That's my time. I'm Priest and Officer Kuraya Allah out of ISUPK, who started out of 1 West 125th Street since 1969 to now under Commanding General Yohana. That's my time. Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahshabarakatham. Yahweh Shema Allah Thumb by Shem Yahshai.
I'm sorry, Trust.